Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Today we're going on an adventure. We decided to go for a bushwalk this morning. We're trying somewhere that we haven't been before. We've come to Bouddi National Park and we're going to go for a little beach walk.
No volcanoes. Can't spawn volcanoes here.
Start there, we go down the trail a bit and then we go off on the second point trail. And we'll have a look and see if we can see any whales.
Wait, we gotta look for bugs. Spiderweb. I don't like it.
T. So before Christmas I bought these beautiful little enamel pins from the Wild I'll put the little name up here of where we got them from. They're beautiful. It's a set of kind of like when you're in Scouts and you get badges for doing different challenges. It's similar to that, but it's enamel pins and you can pin them on a little banner. And so I bought them with the intention of doing a couple during the school holidays. However, we had storms for 2 weeks and we moved and my sinus flared up and we did not go out and about. So we're going to do one now. Today's one is a bug challenge. So we have to identify 10 little bugs. Arch has already found an ant and a beetle. So we're popping those on our little challenge card. But yeah, we're just going for a little stroll and I thought I'd take you along with us.
Like the mini trees are terrible.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Looks like the Norfolk Pines.
Like a mini tree at Terrigal.
Oh, don't touch it. This is an anthill.
Wait, have we got our final thing?
No, we haven't. We're still waiting for one more.
Wait, there's a little path down there. Because we got 8. So it's like Minecraft data. It sounds like 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Which is because it's an even number. It's relativity based on 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Because it.
Alrighty, so I realised that the footage that I shot before the walk was quite dodge, so I thought I'd give you a proper look at some of the little badges. These are the next 2 that we have picked to go on. The cats are, if you hear them chirping, Aaron's closed his door because he's on a meeting and they're not happy with it. But here's the little task. So embark on adventures and join the mission to keep our planet clean, collect 15 pieces of rubbish at the beach and collect 15 pieces of rubbish at the forest or bush, and then you earn your little badge. And I just think that's such a great idea for kids. This is the other one that we liked the look of to do next, which is to find a peaceful place in nature and draw your surroundings, and that's something that the kids will really enjoy. This is very much up Archie's alley. He is a rubbish collector king, but there is a whole bunch if I can show them, a whole bunch of boxes, and so some of them are Adventure Warrior, some of them are Earth Guardian, and some of them are, what's the other one? Eco Ranger. and they all just come in little boxes. It's 3 in a box, and I just think it's a great idea. So if you're looking for a gift for kids or grandkids or someone that you know, you can just buy one box separately. We bought the whole kit and caboodle, but yeah, it's from our Earthlife, not sponsored, just really cool and really different, I feel. So the one other thing I'm going to do today is replace our little bookshelf here. I'm ignoring this, so this is frames that need to go on the wall and more frames that need to go on the wall, and then this needs to be hung on the wall outside, and I feel like that's a job for later, so that's just, we're just ignoring that. But up here, I got this little bookshelf from IKEA years and years ago. I think this was back when Archie was just a toddler, and we couldn't ever stick it to the wall. I was planning to stick it to his bed, but it didn't quite work. And now we can actually have it on the wall. And so every couple of weeks, the kids decide something that they want to learn more about, and I go through our stash of books. I used to be a teacher, so I have a lot of books, and we also just freaking love books. And so the other week it was bugs, obviously. So we've got some, you know, horrible science. There's some picture books in here. Then there's also more picture books. This one's really sweet. That's a beautiful story. And then a few more that are more non-fiction. This book is brilliant. If you have a local Kmart, let me just shove my tripod out of the way. If you have a local Kmart, this book is amazing, and I think it's it's less than $20. I think it might be $15. It's massive for starters, and it's got everything you could possibly want to know about bees. Absolutely everything. Archie freaking loved this book, and it was just so interesting, and I feel like it's a book that we'll keep coming back to because the information is something that you can adapt for whatever age the kids are at. So we talked about a lot of like pollination and how bees are so important to our gardens, but then you could also look into the history of like the honeycomb shape, like the hexagonal shape. You could look at the anatomy of a bee, different types of bees. You could look at raising your own bees, foods with you could cook with honey, all sorts of stuff. So if you see this book, highly recommend. There's one about trees as well, which we really like. So I'm going to take out the bugs, and this time they've decided to go with space. So let's see, this was another Kmart find. Kmart is coming out with the good books, I just have to say. Arch really enjoys space. It's one of his favourite things, and so he will try and draw these like black holes and nebulas and things, and this one has all sorts of fold outs, and yeah, it's just a great book for a space lover, and I'm sure this was only $10. Bargain. Alrighty, so let's have a look at these space books. This one was also from Kmart. You can tell I buy a lot of books from Kmart because they're cheap as chips, and it is beautiful. It's got cutouts. It's got the most incredible lace cut pages. Look at that. Would not recommend it for littlies. which is why I have kept it away for the past year until now. But it's got some incredible information, beautiful illustrations, and what more can you really want in a book? So I know that the kids are very obsessed with rainbows and clouds, and so this will be a great one to read about with them this week. So there he is, I think, and constellations. Arch loves constellations. So that is that one. I love it. I highly recommend that book if you've got older kids. We had a look at the Osborne Big Book of Stars and Planets before. This was actually Aaron's old book. So this is a DK one. They're full of information, these books. A lot of info in here, but I think it'll really appeal to Arch with the illustrations. This book is beautiful, also from Kmart. They have another one called Grow and another one about birds. I forget what that one's called. We have both of the other ones as well. This has more information than you could ever wish for. It's amazing. The illustrations are beautiful. I actually use the plant-based one. I have 2 copies. One of them I've turned into an art journal over on my Patreon, so that's been really fun to work in because I liked it so much. This one, I forget where I got this from. I don't know whereabouts I bought it, but it is a pop-up book, and what child does not like a fun pop-up? And some of these are hectic pop-ups. The last one in particular is quite an amazing feat of pop artistry. This one too, so this talks about the whole solar system. And I think it's nice to have a bit of a variety of, some books that are photos, some books that are illustrations, and then other books that have interactive elements that keep the kids' attention. This was a book that we bought for Arch when he was 1 or 2, and it was just a personalised one I think it was off the Hippo Blue website, which is a company that do stickers and lunchboxes and things here in Australia. Bit of a cat break. So this is Luna, the black cat, and Artie, and they were anxiously waiting for the children to come home because they had just left for school. This one I got from Aldi recently, and again, DK is such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to their books. If you're ever after non-fiction books for your kiddos, just type in DK and then the subject that you're after, and you will find something that has gazillions of information. I really like how clear the photos are here too. I have this one, which was old from my teaching stash, and it's a great one for early reading, so I think it'll be good for Arch to have a go reading this particular one. I would like to gather a few more non-fiction early readers when I can find them. They're not an easy thing to find. And then a good old Magic School Bus. I bought a ton of these off Marketplace for very cheap, and we've already read, I think we've read 3 out of maybe the 10 that I picked up. So I'm just starting off with the big books, putting them in first, and it's nice to have, a book from Aaron's childhood included in there, a book from Archie's childhood, his little picture book that he loves. And I feel like this is a good amount of space books. There's a nice variety, like I said, between illustrations and real photos as well. So a very happy little spot. Love this. It's just a little touch, just a little something that, in our neurospicy, nerdy household, it works well. It's great that the kids often struggle to eat without some sort of, talking or questioning or something else going on. With the neurospice, and so it's great for us to just pick up a book, and sometimes we'll look at a book while we eat dinner, and it's just nice and close to the dining table. I had to laugh while this is going on. The cats, excuse the mess, I've got to put these parcels of kitty litter away, but the magpies are just outside our front, and Artie is watching and wishing that he could go out there, but he's not allowed. All right, peeps, I'm gonna leave it off there. I've realized that I haven't finished several of the vlogs that I've filmed, so you may see me wearing this shirt and this same hairdo. The magpies are so loud. In a few little videos, because I'm filming all little bits on the same day. I think there's 4 vlogs that I need to film, like tiny little face-to-face snippets for. But if you enjoyed that, and if you'd like to see more on our little Lego library room, let me know. I love books. We love books. We're a book-loving family. And I love that books are something that the kids can just get independently and just even look at the pictures. Both of our kids aren't reading, well, Arch is reading, but not, say, a non-fiction book with complicated words quite yet. But he can still gain so much from the pictures, and I love that it's a way that we can sit down and hang out and draw and whatnot. But if you want to see more of the books, let me know. If you'd like, you know, like a collection of top 20 books for 8-year-olds or something like that, please let me know, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!